Hi guys, it's me again. Boo! You already a horrible video, boo! I know a lot of you watching this video probably saw the title, and you're probably like, and no, I'm not here to reveal what I am. In the kindest way possible, please don't assume or judge me. It's none of y'all's business what I am. That's not what this video is about. Today's video is a really down bad cursed game gone sexual, gone wrong, gone wild game on Roblox. Yes, I used to be a Roblox gamer. I'm not a gamer girl. I'm guessing most of you all watching this video are Generation Zers, just like me. You've grown up with the internet since birth. Roblox has been around since the early 2000s, and as cringy as that sounds, it's actually played a big role in my life. Okay, fine, you can make fun of me there. I remember at a really young age, Roblox had just come out to the mass public online, and you could log in and play really simple games like hide and seek or work at a pizza place, those kind of games. I have no idea what my user was, but I do remember where I downloaded Roblox at the time was not the actual website. It was the dark web. I'm not joking. Okay, so I actually downloaded a virus on my mom's computer when I was like 8, and it took us like ages to get it off the computer, and she was like, Roblox is bad, and I never played it again. Until early college. Someday I think I want to tell more about my college experience and opinions, but that's not really what this video is about. So my freshman year of college, I was really bored and was actually struggling to make friends in my classes. A lot of people in college were just semester friends. They don't really stick with you. It was just hard to find people like me, and I was away from home. My real life friends from high school kind of drifted apart, and I started to feel really lonely. So what did I do? Go to therapy? Join a club? Social groups? Nope, I went on Roblox and became so introverted, I never went outside my dorm, except to eat. Yes, I know, like, that sounds really bad. I promise you, I have changed drastically since then. But at the age of 18, I was playing Roblox online. Roblox had just recently come out with voice chat at the time, and it was kind of a new thing. One of my favorite games was Before the Dawn, which is a survival hide-and-seek scary game. And it was there that I started to make some online friends who identified as furries. You all know what furries are. And they took an interest in my avatar and wanted to be friends. And at the time, like I said, I didn't have any friends IRL. So I said yeah, and I friended them. One of these people would turn out to be really nasty, and I'll talk about them in another video. But it was then that these furries introduced me to a really interesting game, to say the least, on Roblox called, drum roll please, the LGBTQ vibe. Dear God, this place is a dumpster fire. And before you start hating me in the comments and go, oh my God, you're homophobic and a hater, you should kill your... No. Calm down there, Buster Brown. I love y'all gays. I'm also part of the community, so don't say I'm a hater, okay? Okay. I know that sounds really hypocritical of me to say, but you gotta understand, the LGBTQ vibe it's a nightmare, man. No, it's not all bad. I've actually met some of my best friends on that game, and they are my ride or dies. It's just the things that I've seen on that game I want to talk about because they are just so cursed and wild. It's out of this world, man. Before we continue, this video is not to spread drama or spread hatred to anyone that plays this game. This is all my perspective and funny stories that I've witnessed firsthand that we're going to be talking about. I'm not going to reveal anybody's name, anybody's username, nothing like that. This first little story is more of a wholesome one, I guess? I don't really know, man. It's just something I think about every once in a while, and I remember it as just kind of like funny. So my friend and I were sitting in the map somewhere and just, talking. Here comes this literal, like, 7-year-old with a microphone. How did they get a mic? I don't know. But my friend and I, who are both adults, are like, go away, please? And this kid is just, like, giggling and being a typical 7-year-old. So eventually, I start playing, like, little funny sounds on my soundboard as kind of a distraction, because this kid was asking us, like, questions, and I didn't really feel comfortable. And, we could have muted him, but we didn't want to be mean. But This is a 7-year-old. So we never really talked to the kid about anything. They wouldn't leave us alone. They just kept following us. So eventually I was like, hey, do you like hide and seek? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so we're gonna go hide and you count to 30, okay? Okay. We like ran. We didn't know what to do. The kid was like so cheerful, but we didn't want it around us. So we dipped. We got out of there. Like any online platform, you're gonna run into trolls and people who just want to rage bait people. It's any game that you play that has voice chat. These trolls run rampant in this game. And I don't mean like, haha, you think LOL. No. I mean, these people get real creative and unique with their trolling. I remember this one time, me and my friend Ren, you remember Ren, right? We're talking about something that was pretty serious at the time. And this random person with their username Phil came up and was like, are you all having a serious conversation? And Ren and I were like, no. And then they were like, oh. And then walked like 10 steps away from us and continued just to watch us talk. And we continued talking and they come back and they're like, you're not being very, very anti-Semitic of you. And started to label us as like haters and stuff. We were not even talking about anything like we were not even talking about anything like that. However, for a while, Phil was a massive pain to people in the game and was known. Like everybody knew Phil at the time. Eventually, I think they just stopped joining, but who knows where they went. Our next troll was a girl that I cannot remember their username to save me, but I'm just going to call her Hannah. And Hannah would interrupt conversations and just be super loud at the time. And again, to most people, this was seen as like a massive pain in the butt. But for me, like I found it funny. Like, okay, this girl, the way she would just talk. Yeah, so like, blah, 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 blah.
Are you guys like furries? Oh my god. Can I be your like super daddy alpha woof woof bark bark mega supreme deku deku kitty kitty boyfriend?
This girl was funny to me. I have no idea whatever happened to her, but she's out there somewhere. Trolls run so rampant in that game. I guarantee you join that game, you're gonna find trolls making fun of people and rage baiting. Okay, so I need to do a little bit of explaining here. This video isn't about me hating on e-daters or whatever. If you have an online partner or something, good for you. The reason I'd have this on my video is because e-couples on the LGBTQ vibe are quite questionable at best. I'm not kidding you guys. These people are some of the freakiest people out there, or just out of pocket, and it's crazy. That's not to say all of them are bad. There's definitely a few couples on there that are just living their life and they're fine, but the few of them, oh boy. I remember one time, me and my friend were just talking inside the main house of the world, and there's an upstairs to that building. So as we're talking in the public world, you can sometimes overhear people in proximity who are close to you. And while my friend and I were talking, this lesbian couple from upstairs was talking, and what we heard from them was so random and funny.
You know I don't like it when you talk to other girls, baby.
We started dying. A lot of the time, these e-couples on that game don't really last very long. They either move on to different games or break up or start some sort of drama. But I'm not here to make fun of those specific people. Plus, I don't really remember people's faces, if I'm being honest. However, this one e-couple that I'm going to talk about was so wild, it deserves a full-on like SNL skit for just how wild it is. So it was me and my friend sitting up in the treehouse, and we're just chatting about like whatever. We overhear these people like freaking out below us. They're going like, oh my god, there's no way to, blah, 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 blah. What is happening? And like, they're just freaking out. So me and my friend are like, okay, like what's going on? So we get a little curious and we go downstairs to the basement of the main house in the game. Now, if you've played the LGBTQ vibe on Roblox, you know about the basement. How do I word this without getting demonetized? The basement? The basement of the LGBTQ vibe is where people get touchy. I'll say that. Ah, yes. The many fights and things I wish I could unsee have happened in that basement. Actually, there used to be a bedroom in that basement. You can imagine the rest. So anyway, my friend and I go down that elevator, and lo and behold, we have a 19-year-old American male furry dating a 16-year-old American female furry. Now, why did I have to say that they were American? Well, if you're from the United States, you should know that those ages dating is illegal. Okay, so we had an epic gamer moment right here, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me explain a little bit about this couple because I know like we are all from around the world. There are different, there's different exceptions to all of this. So let me give you some context before you start like rage baiting me in the comment section, I swear. So this specific couple I'm talking about, this dude was already 19 when he started dating her. They didn't both meet when they were both minors. Like that was not a thing. They both started dating when he was an adult by law in the United States, 19, and she was 16. So hopefully that clears up some things. I'm completely aware Romeo and Juliet laws exist, but like hopefully that gives a little bit of backup so you're not like, hold on, like what? Anyway, continue. So while we were down there, multiple people are yelling and ranting to this couple like, "You're gross, you're wild, ew!" This 19-year-old furry, you know what he says? You know what he did? Did he leave the game? Start apologizing? Get banned? No. He starts barking and growling at people? Grr! Grr, I'm gonna chop all of your heads off. Grr! Jaw the floor. And the 16-year-old girl, you know what she says in response to that?
Stop acting like a bad dog for mommy.
I can't, bro. I can't deal with that. So, of course, my friend and I are like mouth gapped. These people are ripping into these two, like going fully in. And these two furries leave the basement and they start acting like they can go like hide somewhere else in the world. We overhear him continuing to bark at these people and he's like, "Growl! I'm gonna slice all of your heads off." It was so bad. You'd be surprised how often this kind of thing happens on that game. Age gap is pretty massive on there. You'd be surprised how desperate people can get in a relationship in that game. I've been hit on and flirted with that game, and it's just super weird, if I'm being honest. Like, at one time, I was taken with somebody, and it was a closed relationship. That's as far as you need to know. I'm not going to say much more about that. And this furry knew that. And you think, well, if this dude is taken, and it's a closed relationship, he really shouldn't be someone I should have feelings for. Can I please date you? No. Ah! Please! No. Ah! It happens more than you think. People really do just fall for the avatar voice. It's kind of wild. I remember there was this one dude who was a furry. Now thinking about it, a lot of these weirdos are furries. Anyway, so this dude, who we'll call Truck Tire, Truck Tire, was super suggestive, and for whatever reason, loved relating everything back to the hanky-panky. Oh. And he started having feelings for me. So one day, a couple of my friends and I are hanging out, and Truck Tires joins, and he starts asking me like how I am and how old I was. And I don't reveal my age on Roblox just because it's personal information and nobody's business. So I kind of played it off and was just like, like blah, blah, blah. But he goes and delivers this famous line, "Are you on the menu? Because you sound of age to me." Luckily, my friend Ray put him in his place, but good God, this dude was wild. We're going to start treading into some deeper, darker waters here. The LGBTQ vibe has some darker elements to it. It's not the game itself that's dark. I would say the people on there make it just an experience. Sadly, the internet is not really a wholesome place. I'll keep this bit short, but yes, I have seen firsthand PDF files on that game, and even accidentally talked to a few who I didn't even know were PDF files until I got screenshots from multiple sources, and it's just honestly disgusting. I really wish there was a way to better filter the ages of people on that game, because I will be honest, I've seen the age gap be between 7 years old and 46, and it gets messy. And personally, I think the moderation team needs to do better with banning certain people, if you can call them that. They're honestly just disturbing at best. Okay, so little story time. Me and my friends were all talking in the LGBTQ vibe one night. One of our friends at the time was like, one of my friends is being creeped on by like a 46-year-old woman on another server. And my friends and I were like, nuh-uh, no way. So we all hop into the server where this is going down. Lo and behold, there's a 46-year-old woman talking to a 16-year-old girl with voice chat and Roblox. And she kind of sounded like,
Hi there, guys. I'm Coach. I really like Roblox. It's my favorite.
This woman was full on talking about how she likes
JoJo Siwa because she's so young, and I really like them young kids.
And this one is kind of silly, but I feel like it was kind of important to say about the LGBTQ vibe. This game gets, from the time of making this video, around 100 to 400 players daily. And you'd be surprised how many people will remember usernames. I'll be honest, I've seen people's reputations plummet from drama on that game. Like, it's just a game. It's not that deep. But no, seriously, like, these people that play that game sometimes take your status and reputation a little too seriously. I've seen people start fights, bring up drama, spread gossip, and at the end of the day, it's a Roblox game. Like, there's no need for this pettiness, but that's just my opinion. And this is where we get to fights and drama. The internet is a silly place, and when you give a bunch of hormonal teenagers the ability to use voice chat on a gay game, let's just say the fights on there get real bad real quick. I've seen and heard people yell at the top of their lungs into their microphone over someone they didn't like, or not simply agreeing with their viewpoints. And honestly, it's pointless. I'm not gonna lie, it's funny to watch these people fight, like just being in the background and scream at each other over nothing. But I'm talking about they whip out the cuss words, name calling, mass reporting, group fights, threats, doxing, panic attacks, full on crash outs, dude. Like, can y'all chill? Okay, so I'm really gonna have to dance around YouTube services here, but yes, I have seen people put positions in their bio, and these people are not even old enough to be of consent. No, I'm not joking, dude. If you are a minor, there is no need to put this stuff in your bio. Like, no need at all. And it happens all the time. This last little part I want to talk about is very wholesome, and it's mainly just kind of a thank you, and also to say that the LGBTQ vibe is not like at an actual dumpster fire. I've met some amazing people in that game and some amazing friends who I've really felt connected with, and they're from all around the globe. And I know you might say, like, well, they're not real friends. I don't care. These people have been some of my most impactful and loving people I've ever met in my life, and I can't ever be thankful for them. I'll let them talk to introduce themselves on how they put the LGBTQ vibe in their own words. But please respect them. They are my friends, and they are my ride or dies.
My story relates to the staff of the LGBTQ vibe. Once upon a time, we had like 2 rows of sexualities and genders on the main little hangout area. And one day the owner decided, you know what, I'm going to leave 6 of them and delete the rest of them because they don't exist and they are considered internet terms now. And I'm just doing a favor to you guys because it needs to be more accessible to new people, aka trolls and people making fun of us. He made a Roblox gay server political somehow, and on the Discord server everyone was really angry at him for doing this. But in the end, I got banned off of the Discord because he's like, your sexuality doesn't exist to me and it's an internet term, therefore you're not part of the community anymore. The owner doesn't really understand too much, but he made an okay server still.
I have to admit that I've spent a lot of time on that game, so I have also witnessed a bunch of things. But my main issue has always been kids on the game. I don't mind kids being on that game, you know, expressing themselves, talking to people who like them, or maybe just figure themselves out. Or maybe find friends. That's not an issue to me. What's an issue to me though is when they start getting disrespectful. An example is some kid walks up to me, we start having casual conversation, and then a few minutes later they say, I think I have a crush on you. So I try to play it off. I tell them that they're too young and that I'm taken. Now, what really annoys me though is how those kids react. Those kids usually start insulting you then, very similar to when telling them off. They start telling me that me and my boyfriend should break up and that I should kill and that I sound ugly anyway and that I look ugly without them knowing how I look like, by the way. And it's really annoying because it happens a lot.
Okay, so one time I was just alone, like I was server hopping, just looking at booths. Then I look to the side and see this guy. It was a skunk fur, and it was a lot of motifs of like, I think diapers and farts. And the worst part, he came up to me and complimented my avatar because it's so beautiful. Anyways, so I looked into his bio, and I think, if I remember correctly, this guy was 15. So yeah.
I don't join the game often. I just join like, oh, I'm just gonna talk to my friends, and you know. There was this girl right there. She was kind of sitting in the back, kind of sitting there listening to us. And so, and then she was like,
Oh my god, I'm so sorry for bothering you guys. Like, I'm so annoying. Like, oh my god.
I was like, oh my god. So like at this point, I was like, girl. I said, shut up, go away. And after a while, she kind of walked away, went to her booth that was like really close to us and where we stationed. She's like, oh my god, like this girl over there, I don't even understand why. Like, what did I do? Like, she's so freaking toxic. Like, she just wants male validation. Like, I was done with it. Like, honestly, it was a one and go thing. Like, I did not care after that. But she kept going on and on after that, and I could hear her in the corner of my ears. I'm like, bro, shut the up.
So, I don't know when this actually happened. If I had to guess, it was like sometime along last year or something. I was logging into the LGBTQ vibe on Roblox and just walking around, listening into conversations. Then this person, who I don't even remember the username of, but we'll just call them like Funky Penguin because all I remember is that they were dressed up as a penguin, asked to do a dance battle. Now, I'm no expert at Roblox dance emotes, but I figured it couldn't be that hard. I hit /E dance and start doing this like basic little shuffle. Meanwhile, Funky Penguin busts out an entire choreographed routine that includes flips, splits, and the emote where you can do the worm, and he low-key ate that up. Then the crowd, because yes, somehow a crowd formed, started chanting L, 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 L at me and like booing in the VC, and even after the dance, I had to leave because a crowd of people wouldn't stop following me around, saying that I fumbled the dance.
I first joined the game when I saw a friend playing it. It was okay. I started joining it more, I made more friends. A few of my friends had like beef with each other and stuff, so there was a lot of petty drama going on. I'm glad I wasn't included in any of that. I've joined the game recently just to like see how it's doing. There's a lot of people who are annoying in there, like a lot more than the first time I've joined the game. There's a lot of trolls and stuff, a lot of bullying. I don't care. But yeah, that's my opinion on the game. It's an okay game. It's nothing special, but I'm gonna let the next person take over.
Oh my god, you made it to the end of this video. I hope you got your barf bag ready. I have no idea what I'm doing with this part. Thank you for watching that. Don't assume anything in the comments. I swear to God, if you do, I'll